James Dupre, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Really good. How's the family?
Doing great. Doing great.
We're gonna get to your little girl here in a second. She's a peach, but we got lots to talk about. Randy Travis, the More Life Tour, Orpheum Theater, Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, the 7th. And you, sir, are part of this show. You are fronting the original Randy Travis band, singing all of Randy's 16 number ones. An incredible show. Tickets still available. Selectaseat.com. Now, let's go all the way back to the boys. First of all, 4-chair turnaround. Blake was the last one. Is that why you went on Team Adam? Because you were kind of a little upset at Blake, a little mad at Blake for not turning around sooner. I mean,
you saw through that. You're actually one of the first people to ask me that. That kind of was part of it, but actually, Adam changed my mind. I was going to pick Blake, but he said, it's basically a cliche. Every country singer picks Blake. And,
sure.
I was like, that he has a point. I don't want to be a cliche, so that's essentially how that happened.
No, that's good. That's cool though. But when I first read that, I'm like, I'd be mad at Blake too, man. Come on, now why are you the last one turning around? All right, so
I think he expected me to pick him, so he wasn't in a hurry.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah. See, ego will get you every time. Ego will get you every time. So, you met Randy on the set of the movie The Price. You ever wanted to do more acting since then?
I had a really great time doing that, and I would love to do that at some time in the future. It's something that I would do if it ever came up, but I'm focusing on my music career, and so it's kind of hard to actively pursue both, I guess.
No, I get that for sure. I'm going to talk about this song that Randy Travis put out, that you put out, that AI put out here in just a second. But let's talk about the tour again. Randy and Mary knew they wanted you as the guy to sing in front of the band when this tour came about. We all suffer from self-doubt from time to time. Was there ever a moment where you thought about saying no to them because you're like, I'm not sure I'm up to the challenge?
Well, it was definitely a lot of pressure, but I didn't think about saying no just because I knew that, first of all, I knew Randy's music very well, even at that time. And I had been told before by Mary and other people that Randy and I have, similar tone and delivery style and things like that. So I knew that it was going to be a challenge and a lot of pressure on me, but it wasn't a hard decision for me to say yes. Okay.
Good for you. And what a treat that must be. Again, the show's going to be stopping at the Orpheum on the 7th of June. Tickets still available at selectaseat.com. The new single Randy Travis put out back on May 5th, pretty incredible. Everyone was so excited about it. Beautiful song. This was one you originally recorded, but never really released. Was there a reason for that, or just you didn't feel right at the time?
Yeah, it was just not the right time for the song, and I love the song, but there were just differences in opinion, I guess, as far as whether it was the right time to put it out or not.
Yeah,
and then it just basically got forgotten about.
Okay, well, it is certainly front and center now, the song, where that came from. And, AI, there are apps all over TikTok now that you can see advertised that people are learning to sing better, or at least being assisted to sing better. It's kind of like auto-tune on crack. But there's so much more. There's so much more to what you're doing with it, and what the label did with it, and what Randy did with it to create this song. Can you kind of dumb it down for me as far as how this process works to create the version of this song that we hear now?
The way I understand it and was explained to me was that they took a whole bunch of tracks from Randy's vocals throughout his career and built this model, this AI model, computer model essentially, and they ran my vocal track from the song into it, and out came Randy's voice.
Wow.
And that's pretty much the simplistic way of explaining it, but that's it.
Hey, no, I get it. And, the first time I heard of something like this, the latest, the most recent Indiana Jones film and The Dial of Destiny, I remember seeing an interview with Harrison Ford talking about how they were taking old lines from old Indiana Jones movies and kind of piecing together certain things, so when they showed a younger version of him in the flashback scenes, they could marry everything up and create new dialogue and things like that. He found it very fascinating. So, it's no surprise that it led in this direction, but it's a fascinating technology. And at the end of the day, what do you think about? What do you think about essentially Randy Travis singing your song?
Well, the song, I was always bummed out that it never was released,
right.
and now it is, and I'm very happy that it is because it's a beautiful song, and for me to be a part of something so groundbreaking, the first of its kind, it's really fascinating for me, and I'm just excited to be a part of it.
You are literally like Neil Armstrong stepping on the moon when it comes to this technology. I mean, let's just put it out there.
I'm still wrapping my mind around that. Yeah, it's I never thought I would be, a part of something so groundbreaking, but yeah, it's crazy.
Especially when years ago, I mean, you had designs on being a meteorologist and a paramedic. So I mean,
that's right.
Yeah, something like this was like the furthest thing from your mind, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You still licensed?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I let it go when I moved to Nashville.
Okay.
But my father and my brother are paramedics, and I also am still very, I still read the weather, and I'm a big weather enthusiast.
Do any tornado chasing?
No, not on purpose. But we actually dodged one the other night in North Texas. So
okay,
we came pretty close. So yeah.
Yeah, the tornado season this year has been very, very active. Hopefully, we can avoid that next Friday when you come to town. Your little girl, boy, she is not shy. You're going to blink, and she's going to have her own headlining tour.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised she doesn't already. She is something else, and I don't know. She's only 4, and she's already teaching me how to have better stage presence and perform. So it's pretty great.
She totally owns the stage. She reminds me of my daughter, who coincidentally is also a paramedic. But when my daughter was very little, around 3 or 4, she was not shy in front of the microphone. I would bring her into the studio from time to time, and before you know it, she's recording commercials for me, which sounded amazing. And everyone likes a cute kid, right?
Yep. Yep. It's been fun sharing the stage with her, and she first did her performance when she was her first performance was when she was 2, so she's already kind of got half her life on stage.
All right. Better get her an agent. That's all I'm saying. Singing, songwriting, playing guitar. I mean, that's the stuff you're obviously good at. What's one thing you're not good at?
Sports.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 6'4". I'm a terrible basketball player. I love sports, but I'm not an athlete.
Okay.
So, yeah.
No, that's fair. That's good. It's a good answer. Other than your job and your family, what's the one thing you're into right now?
One thing I'm into, cooking.
Okay.
I've Cajun cooking. Obviously, I'm from Louisiana, but I've really gotten into trying out other things as well. And that's kind of like what I'm into as far as not. When I'm not thinking about music. Sure.
No, for me, and I love cooking. And for me, I always tell people this. One of my favorite things to make is fresh pasta because it requires you just to kind of be present and in the moment. You're kind of, just working with your hands and you're able to just forget about everything else.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's kind of a therapy. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Of all these 16 number ones that you sing on this tour, the More Life tour, of all the 16 number ones, do you have a favorite?
It's hard to say. It always changes. But, one that I've always loved is Better Class of Losers. It's fun, and it's one he wrote with Alan Jackson, and I love Alan Jackson as well.
Okay.
So that one's always a fun one to sing.
Nice. For me, it's always going to be Three Wooden Crosses. That song, that story. Yeah, it's such a good song. And that's what people get to experience. It's Randy Travis, the More Life Tour, Orpheum Theater, not this Friday, but next Friday, the 7th. James Dupre, you are the guy singing in front of Randy's original band, doing all 16 number ones. A great night of music, and it's coming to the Orpheum. Go to selectaseat.com to get your tickets. Great speaking with you. Again, get your little girl an agent because she's going to need it. and keep on doing the good work. And I think what you did with the AI with Randy and that song is amazing. And I wish you much success.
Thank you so much.